What is up, friends? We are live here on Analytics Friday. Another day, another Analytics Friday. I'm super excited today to be talking about Google Data Studio. Um, this can be a big feat if you've never used Data Studio before. But we're gonna make it, we're gonna make it easy. Nothing to worry about here. We're gonna have some fun. So let's see. We've got some people joining in. Hello, hello. Good to see you today. Um, Let's go ahead and in the comments, let me know if you've ever used Google Data Studio. Also, let me know that you can hear me because I know last week we had some issues with audio. So I want to make sure that everybody can hear me and that we're good here. We're rocking and rolling. Let's see, Colleen over on Twitter. Let's see who else is on Twitter. I am now watching myself on Twitter. So there's that. All right, let's talk about Data Studio. So Data Studio is Google's way to aggregate data, right? Let's see. I'm gonna try. This is always the hardest part, is making sure that all of the right screens are shared and that they look halfway decent. Let's get over to Data Studio. Okay, cool. You guys should be able to see Data Studio now. I'm gonna clean some things up here. Let's get rid of this. We'll go ahead and turn this. Oh, sweet. So if you have any questions, go ahead and drop those in the comments. But otherwise, we're looking at Data Studio. So this is what it looks like when you jump into the platform. Now, the first thing I would recommend that you do is go through this tutorial report. I know it's not fun to go through tutorials, and honestly, when you sign up, I'm pretty sure they just send you there anyways. So I would definitely take the time though, go through it, and go step by step. So let's see. Sure, let's go ahead. Next. So you can create multiple pages. This is what it's showing you. You can create multiple pages in Data Studio. You can share your report, and then that's how you go home. Okay, that's all it had to tell me here. So Data Studio allows you to aggregate. Uh-oh, here we go again. Hold, please. Audio. Okay, I think we're still working. Okay. Google Data Studio allows you to aggregate all of your digital marketing metrics. Now, some of those things you can aggregate for free, and some of them you have to pay for to aggregate. And then once you have all your data in here, you can add visualizations like these charts that you see here. So this is a line graph, this is a table. You can get metric tickers, pie charts. I mean, there's all sorts of things. And if you go through the different pages in this tutorial, it actually will show you how to do all of the things pretty much. There's also a Google Data Studio certification if that's something that you're interested in. Thanks, Joe, for the love over on Twitter. I appreciate it. But yes, if you are interested in getting to know Data Studio, the tutorial is a great place to start. And then also going through the certification. It never hurts to have the certification. So yeah, so this is showing you how to copy and edit a report, edit all of your different charts. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm actually gonna jump into a report so you guys can kind of see. We'll start one from scratch here. So we're gonna create a new report. And you can see the first thing you have to do is select your sources, your data sources. The ones that you see on this screen are the ones that are free. So, or the Google connectors are the ones that are free. So we have Google Analytics, which everybody should have on their website, Google Analytics. We've got Google Ads, Google Sheets, BigQuery. You can upload a CSV file, Campaign Manager, Cloud Spanner. Cloud SQL, display and video. You can connect to extract data, which I don't know what that is, to be honest. Ad Manager 360, cloud storage, Google Surveys, SQL, some more SQL, Search Ads 360, Search Console, and YouTube Analytics. Area 120, don't know what that is. So those are all the things that you can connect to right away. It is important to kind of think about like what data are you going to need, and also how this data can work together. Obviously, the first couple reports you make, you're probably just going to be playing around, which is perfectly fine. So I would connect, whatever data sources you want to, whatever you have access to, because it might be fun to play around. So we are going to go ahead and connect to Google Analytics, and I'm going to connect to the demo account. So if you have Google Analytics, you can get access to the demo account. If you need help getting access to the demo account, let me know. And I'm just going to pull in the Universal Analytics master view. We're going to go ahead and select add. And now it creates just one of the common tables that people tend to look at here. So you can see here we have our data source at the top. Then we see our dimension. So this is, remember, a dimension is how you splice data. It's qualitative data. So these are things like location, page, device, you can click here. It'll show you all the different dimensions that you have access to from Google Analytics. So count of sessions, that's a little bit different, but like keyword, referrer, campaign, all those kinds of things. And then metrics are the actual numbers. That's quantitative data. So we can see here, we get things like click-through rate, cost per thousand, and all sorts of things. You can add as many dimensions and as many metrics as you want. So like if we did page title, and then if we did X, okay, let's do landing page, and then exit page. And so now we can see new users. So what we're seeing right here is new users who landed on the home page and exited from the home page and visited the home page, right? We can see that's 10,000 people. We can see that 5,000 people landed on the home page, went to Google Online Store, and then exited from the home page as well, right? So you can add as many of these different layers as you want. So like we have new users here, but let's see what I like to look at, like average time, let's see, average. I want session, average session duration. So the people that just went to home, like the home screen, spent about 49 seconds on average during their session. Okay, so let's look at this. So this is interesting. Oh, that's the page title. Duh. Okay, we're gonna get rid of page title. So we can look at landing page, exit page. So if we look at people who landed on the home page, they've got a good session duration. If we look at people who landed on the YouTube brand page, they only stay on the site for 19 seconds. And so you might be thinking, that's strange. I want to look into that a bit more. Well, let's do it. So if we copy and paste this, I'm going to come here. And we are actually going to add a filter. So if you scroll all the way down, you can add a filter here. We're going to call this YouTube brand page. And then we just find that the 2 dimensions that we want to sort by. So landing page is equal to shop. Oh, crud. It's Google redesign /shop by brand /YouTube. I think that's correct. Okay. And we select and, so that means it has to meet both criteria. If we had selected or, it would have to fit either or for the criteria, right? So we're going to do exit page. Exit page. We're going to do equal to, copy, paste that in there. We're going to select save. So now we should only see, in theory, those 2 doodads. Or that, we should really only see 1 row, hopefully. It's taking a while to apply here. No data, I messed something up. Google redesign shop by brand /YouTube. Edit. Maybe we got to do this. All of this is kind of trial and error, obviously. There it goes. Okay. So now we just have this data. Obviously, we already have this information, not very helpful. So what I'm going to do, instead of looking at the landing page and exit page, I'm going to look at source medium, acquisition source medium. And let's see. Where these people are coming from. Weird. Acquisition source. Okay. Maybe we just have to use source medium here. Dun, dun, dun. They were coming directly and landing on that page. So that doesn't help us a ton. Okay, let's look at it as, so this row is not really helping me. I'm going to change it to, not style. If I click on where it says chart table, I'm going to change this to a time series and see if there's like a specific day that a lot of people came, or something like that, because that can give us a little more insight as to maybe what happened. So almost pretty steady that we had a spike the last few days. So as most of us know, direct traffic generally means that somebody either put the URL in their browser and directly navigated to the website, or Google doesn't know, or something wonky happened. So you could, there are a lot of different ways that we could actually do this. Well, I'm just going to go with, I don't know what, where these people are coming from and why they aren't spending a ton of time on the site. You might look at, this would be a great time to have like a lucky orange or crazy egg or something of that nature, so that you could see how people were interacting with the page. Like, are they scrolling? Are they not scrolling? I don't think that like scroll depth, yeah, none of that is on here. So we obviously don't have that data to work with. But there are a lot of different, if tables don't really work for you, like you saw, we changed this to a time series. There are a whole bunch of different types of charts in here. And if you go to the weird little shapes up here, you can hit that and explore, and you can see all of the community visualizations, which I think are really cool. You can even create your own visualization, which is pretty impressive. If you're doing that, I'm impressed. Something that I actually use a lot for my clients is the metric funnel. So we can see like how many people landed, or like how many people came to the website, how many people looked at a product page, added it to cart, checked out, right? That's a pretty easy way to use the metric funnel. So you would select, and each of these has different requirements as far as dimensions and metrics go, and then also how you break things down. What's up, Twitter? There's tons of people on here. Thanks for joining over there on Twitter. If you have any questions about Data Studio, let me know. So this is just with Google Analytics data. And you could be thinking, well, I already have all of this right in Google Analytics. What's the benefit here? Well, the benefit here is that you can set your own metrics and dimensions that you want to see and kind of mix and match the data and do things, I think, more quickly. You could do them quicker in Data Studio. You can visualize things differently, what have you, but you can also add other sources on top of it. So you could connect your Google Ads here. You could, let's see, add Search Console or YouTube. I think they have demo. Don't really want to add any of those. If we go back to the home page, they have like this template gallery that they use for different, let's see, that's just analytics. Okay, let's look at this. So this is an e-commerce dashboard that looks at analytics and like Google Analytics as well as Google Ads. And we can see their gross sales, orders, order value, users, detail to cart, cart conversion data, sales by source, which is a big one. So you can see this is saying that paid search revenue was only $784. Thanks for the love over on Twitter. I appreciate it. But when we look at this, it says that the spend was $11,000 and the return on ad spend was $19 per ad spent, but that doesn't really match up with this. So not sure what's going on there. Google Ads cost per conversion. You can see how that varies by days. They have that time series here, the top 5 products, and then this heat map type table, which I didn't show you how to do. But like if you saw this and you wanted to use this, you could just select use template and you could put your data into here, and you can see how having those two things together might be helpful, right? So if you see that your conversions were up one day and then you wanted to see how like Google Ads conversions compared to like organic conversions, could be really helpful to put those two things together right there. This is just Google Analytics. Let me see. So for my clients, I generally, Pandit, thanks for joining over on Twitter. For my clients, I use Google Data Studio for a few different things. We get dashboarding, which are just things that they can look at and explore whenever they want. Has super up-to-date, information, and they can kind of toggle on the time period. This is I would consider this a dashboard, right? Super simple. one page. They can see everything they need to see here. Then we also have like reports, which are, far more in depth and helpful. How do I get the recording to this, Dave? Dave, it is over on my YouTube channel. Hold on, let me see. I'm going to drop that in the chat really quickly so that you can see it. All right, that is the link to my YouTube channel. If you go to my YouTube channel, this will be there and you can watch it from the beginning. Okay. So a report, let's see if we can find a report that they have here. I mean, I would kind of, honestly, that like tutorial, let's see, we go back to recents. This tutorial is kind of how I would set up a report, right? Like you have the different pages, they go in depth. There's writing because you can add text boxes, right? So there's writing on here so that I could put like findings, action items, things of that nature. And that's what I would consider a report. Now, when we look at, let me see here. This was mine. So here you see that when you look at the share, you hit that drop down, you can invite other people to it and they can see it whenever. So that's what I would use more for like a dashboard. You can schedule the email delivery. So if I click on this, you can see I can send it daily, weekly, monthly, or on a custom time period. And then I can also customize the email subject and message. So yeah, super, super nice. And guys, the best part of this is that it's free, right? Like Google Data Studio is free. Now, I will tell you, so all of the Google data is easy to get in here for free. It's very easy to get it in here for free. You just go to the Data Studio and you do that. Now, if you wanted to get like, let's go over to Twitter data. It's not as easy to get Twitter data into Data Studio. So hold please, everybody hydrate. Everybody hydrate. What we can do though, is if we come into Twitter, and let's go to tweets here. I'm just going to export this data by tweet. And it'll download as a CSV. If you've ever used Twitter Analytics, you'll know that. You probably have experience doing that. This is taking a very long time. Very long time here. And what we're going to do while we're waiting for this is we're going to go to Sheets. We're going to create a sheet. We're going to call it, oh my goodness, we're going to call it, whoa, Twitter Analytics. Let's see, is this, I guess I tweeted too much in the last 28 days. It's taking forever. Let's see here what we can do. If you guys have any specific questions, if anybody has any specific questions, please let me know in the comments. EYWU, thanks for joining over on Twitter. Appreciate it. Let's see here. FGURSU. Thanks for joining. Okay, is there just a way to do like something that we're gonna get faster? Tweet. I don't know why this is taking so long, y'all. Sorry about this. Let's go last 7 days by tweet. Hello, hello, over on the Twitter sphere. Okay, so I got this. You guys aren't going to see this part. I'm literally just going to copy this CSV though. I don't want to have to try and share this screen because then I have to turn things off, turn it back on. That's a whole ordeal. So, whoa, 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 what's happening? Okay, select all. Oops. We're gonna go here, select all, copy. I'm gonna come over to my sheet here, paste. All right, so here is all my Twitter data. And it's now in Google Sheets. I'm gonna let this sit for like 2 seconds, and then I'm gonna go over to Google Data Studio, go to Data Sources, create data source, and I'm gonna go to Google Sheets. Now, you guys just saw me make this, so hopefully it shows up. It hasn't yet. Hold, please. I did that under, yeah, this account. Data Studio. Okay, let's go. New data source. New data source. Wait. Google Sheets. Sometimes this takes forever and I don't understand why. Here we go. Okay. Twitter Analytics, first row as headers. And I'm going to select connect. And what you'll see is this is going to create dimensions for me automatically. I can come in here and change what's a dimension and what's a metric. Honestly, I don't think it matters. But you would just do that by selecting, oh, can I not? Hold on, I've done this before. I don't know why. Why can't I remember how to do this? Okay, well, I don't remember, so I'm just not going to worry about it. Okay, so now this is in here. We get all this data in here. And so now I can create a report with my Twitter analytics. And it's going to look, yeah, silly. So don't worry about that. So we're going to say this tweet, we're going to leave this. So if I click on, this is the permalink. This is literally just the URL. If I click on this, it's going to go show me the tweet. I'm going to change it, or I'm going to add some things as metrics. So like the engagement rate. So you can see that this is the engagement rate here. I don't like how this looks. So I'm going to select if I hover over where it says sum, it gives me the option to change the name. So now I'm in a place where I can whoa. Now I'm going to be able to edit all this stuff. So we are going to say this is an average, and it is numeric, but it's a percentage. There we go. So now we see my, now this looks a little bit better, right? So now we can see the engagement rate. Maybe we want to add in follows. Maybe not, because that's depressing. Likes. There we go. We got some likes here. Media views. It's for like videos. I haven't posted many videos or anything. URL clicks, maybe. Okay, cool. So you can see it doesn't really matter if it's necessarily like marked as a metric or a dimension because you can put them in either place. So this gives us a table. Maybe the tweet permalink is kind of hard to understand, so I'm going to change this to tweet text. and get rid of the permalink. So here we go. This is, and right now it's sorted by tweet text. Okay, that's not very helpful for me. So what, or wait. Okay, so I'm gonna come down to the bottom, and where it says sort, you can see it says tweet text. I'm going to change this to engagement rate because I want to see what is the most engaging things that I've put out and if there are any sort of patterns. So I can see that this with the, well, okay, hold on. We're going to add a couple more things in here, like impressions, because that's going to give us a better idea of engagement rate. Okay, so this, where I tweeted at Google Analytics and told them to follow me, had a high engagement rate. Let's see. This tweet, it was actually a reply to Dustin Stout talking about analytics, some subscriptions. So we can see Google Data Studio. Oh, wow, this is like very, very recent. And then we can also see the things at the bottom that did not do very well. More context on it. Okay, so a lot of me tweeting about my merch brand coming out didn't do very well. Let's see. But you also have to take into account, and I know I've talked about this a million times before, but like engagement rate based on impressions. Because if you get a lot of impressions, even if you get good engagement like this, right? Has 89,000 impressions when I said that I logged on to Google Analytics with a client. It has 89,000 impressions, and 12 URL clicks, 25 likes, has like a ton of like retweets and comments and stuff, but the engagement rate is really low. But I still think that that's a win because it reached so many people, right? So, okay, are there any specific questions about Data Studio? I'm gonna take a second and let people put stuff in the comments so that I can make sure that everybody gets information that they need. In the meantime, I'm also posting a link to, let me see if I can get it. I am going to post a link to my Buy Me a Coffee. If you got any value out of this at all, I would really, really appreciate if you would go over to my Buy Me a Coffee and buy me a coffee. I do actually use the money on coffee. I have a slight problem. So if you want to be an enabler, that would be great. Also, while we're waiting for comments, I do want to show you, I just got the first run of shirts in for the merch brand. So this is the Analytics Master shirt, probably one of my favorite designs that we have so far. So there is that. It's not looking like anybody's throwing any more questions or comments in here. So I'll just take another second really quickly and show you a few more things. Paolo, thanks for joining over there on Twitter. So I did tell you guys like a billion times that for me, like reports have multiple pages. So all you have to do to add a page is in this top left corner, just select add a page. And when you view the document, those pages will show up on the left hand side right here. And you can see it toggle between them right that way. Let's see. So let's add some information here. We're gonna go ahead and add, oh wait. Yeah, okay. So we're gonna add data. We're gonna put this Twitter analytics back in here. I want to show you how to customize like the look and the feel of, okay, what in the heck just happened? The look and feel of different charts and stuff. Okie doke artichoke. let's see, Twitter analytics ad. What is going on? I don't know why it's doing. Oh, duh. Oh my goodness, I'm so silly sometimes. Okay, so I'm going to do this real quick. We added a table in. Maybe let's go to tweet text. We're gonna go ahead and do impressions, clicks, URL clicks. Let's see, I like that. Profile clicks too. User profile clicks, and then let's take a look at hashtag clicks. I don't know. Probably don't have any of those yet. Okay, what about comment? No. Retweet. Boom. Okay. So let's say we want to get rid of this annoying row column because it doesn't really tell us anything, right? It's not very helpful. You scroll down. No, it's under style. Sorry. Go over to style. You can see right here under table body, it says row numbers. We're just going to unclick that and that row numbers goes away. By default, every table is going to have row numbers. I don't prefer it, but if you do, good on you. You can add some conditional formatting in here. Maybe you want the header row to be a bit bigger, so you can come in here and change the size of the the size of the text. You can change any table colors. So if you want the background of the header to be white, change it there. If you want to keep it at gray, which is what it was, again, you can change it there. You can change the font. So this is really good for like the branding side. Let's see. This is the heat map text contrast. So you can see it's not really, I don't really know what this does actually. I've never used that. Let's see. So this is, again, for branding. You can come in here and change the colors of, you can come in here and change the colors of the heat map. So for me, like, I use a lot of like reds and yellows and grays. So I'm going to change that red. We're going to do yellow. We'll do, I don't know why it sends you back to that point every time. Gray, red, yellow, gray. I don't know. I don't have another color really that I want to use. Gray. I don't know. Teal. Okay. Matthew, thanks so much for joining over on Twitter. Appreciate it, man. So you can change, again, like the look and the feel. These, for some reason, aren't capitalized. I can come in here, impressions, oops, and customize things this way. Clicks, user profile, clicks, and whoops, oops. I'm getting ahead of myself. Retweet. And then you can just, stretch these out, whatever you want to do. You can do the same thing for any of the charts, right? So you can change the colors and stuff for any of these. Let's see if this will work. It does this automatic. I don't know why it does this automatically. If I go to, but if you go to style, so you can see it says series 1, which is the impressions. I thought it was. I'm gonna change this to, okay, so that's lines, series 2. If you change the axis, then a lot of times things will actually show up if you haven't been able to see them previously. This is a really bad example because the data on this is just so different. The numbers are so different. But All right, guys. Well, I've gone over a whole bunch. We haven't gotten any comments about specific needs. So I'm actually going to stop right here. If you have any questions, so go ahead and put them in the comments and I'll get to you as soon as possible. Thanks so much for hanging out with me for this Analytics Friday. I hope you've had a good time. And I'll see you next week. Don't forget,